Hey guys, so this is the second to last video lesson of the school year. It feels weird that we're coming to a close, but summer's almost here, right? This next topic is celestial objects, and celestial just means space, so don't let that confuse you. And then I put hashtag 2 weeks because we're in it to win it. We're almost there, right? And our next thing I'm going to show you is the TEKS involved for this week. It's 6.11a, describe the physical properties, locations, and movements of the sun, planets, moons, meteors, asteroids, and comets. So pretty cool. And then there isn't going to be any reading requirement for this week. Yay! Just kidding. I know it was a lot of reading the last 2 weeks. Oh, there's my cat. I'm telling you, every single week. But what I wanted to do something kind of fun for this week because I know it's been kind of heavy on the reading and all that good stuff. So my idea, since we're talking about celestial objects and how they move and what they're made of and where they're located, I thought it would be cool for y'all to pick one celestial object. So it could be any moon. It could be the Earth's moon if you want to. There's multiple moons. It's not just the Earth's, right? You could pick a planet. You could pick a star. You can pick, what else did it say? A meteor, comets, asteroids. You could do Halley's Comet, although that's not spelled the right way. I'm Hayley, and that one's Haley. Anyways, you get to pick one celestial object, and you're going to answer some questions about that object. Okay, so for instance, don't pick Earth. That's boring. Y'all already know Earth, right? But if we were to pick Earth, so if I were to pick Earth as my celestial objects, I would answer these questions, okay? The very first one, all you need to do is write down the name of your celestial object. I know I could look up information and figure out what object you're talking about, but it would make my life just a little bit easier if you wrote down the name on top. And then the very first question that you're going to answer is the approximate size of your celestial object. If you can't get an exact number, that's okay. I mean, honestly, think about it. Can we know the actual size of some of these planets and stars and comets and asteroids, right? If we haven't been to that planet, or if we, it's all guesstimations, right? Okay, number 2, how close is it to the sun? So for planets, we definitely have some estimated distances to the sun, and sometimes it depends on the time of year, at which part of the rotation it's at, it just depends on the planet. But if you give me some sort of idea on how close it is, maybe if you're picking a planet, you can tell me how many planets are in between this particular planet and the sun. That'll be fine for me. If it's something in a different galaxy, you can tell me that and just say it's not even in the Milky Way galaxy, it's in this galaxy, and that galaxy is close to the Milky Way galaxy by however much distance, right? Just show me that you researched over your celestial objects, and I will be loving it, okay? I'm not gonna be super harsh if you don't get the exact answer. I mean, honestly, you are good to go, right? Okay, number 3. What is the average temperature? Okay, this one can have multiple answers. So any answer that you can find about your celestial object will do. I do know that some planets during the day, they have a certain temperature, and then at night, they can get freezing, right? And Earth is kind of the same way. It always kind of drops a little bit at night just because the sun is not blaring on us at that moment in time, right? So just tell me an average temperature that planet tends to be, and that will be good. Number 4, what elements are most common? So just tell me maybe 2 or 3 elements that you would find on this planet or this asteroid or this meteor. Anything that is most common on that particular object. Okay? So that's question number 4. We do have a second page, I'm sorry. But it's, oh, hello. It's only 2 questions, okay? Number 5, this is kind of the wild card question. It says, what is so special about your celestial object? So if you, words are hard. When you were researching, if you found something particularly interesting or unique about your celestial object, go ahead and write that down. And that's probably the one I'm most excited about because then I get to learn something new, right? So that's number 5. And last one, number 6. How does it move? So I know that's a very vague question, but I'm talking about like in which direction does it move? Does it move towards the sun, away from the sun, around the sun? Does it bounce off of other objects? The speed, is it fast? Does it move at a relatively fast pace? Or does it move like centimeters per month? I don't know. So just look up the speed, direction, how does it move? Does it spin on its axis? Is it straight up and down? All that good stuff. Okay? So I'm going to include these questions in the email just in case you didn't have time to write them down during this video. I don't blame you, it's all good. You can always go back and pause. My suggestions are definitely to use a computer to research. You can also use, if you have an iPhone or any other tablet, go for that. I really wish we could have been in class for this because I have some cool pamphlets and books. Okay, that was excessive. But there's lots of good books out there. I don't think the libraries are open, but maybe you can borrow them online, like ebooks or something. I know some libraries have like extensive online book collections that you can rent from them, so that could be a good idea. So yeah, that's your assignment for the week. You're going to be answering those 6 questions about a celestial object. Remember that celestial means space, so pretty much any object in space except for Earth. We're not doing Earth. We're pretty professional with Earth already. We know a lot of information about it. We live on it, right? Yeah, I think that's it. That's all I got. I miss you guys. Anyways, I'll probably do an extra video this week, kind of just as a personal note, because I'm feeling extra sad that we don't have class. I don't get to see your smiling faces. Doesn't feel like teaching when I'm just talking to a video, Anyways, if you feel like it, send me an email with a joke or with something fun that you did this week or how you celebrated Mother's Day, because it's just me and my cat. I'll get the other side of her. She's cuter from not the back side, right? There we go. Look at her. Anyways, y'all have a good night, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.